Alright, hello everybody. I gotta change some stuff around because that was not expected as to what we got there. But welcome in. I am Mad Dog Matt. You're watching This Week in NASCAR. Yes, the show that is very new on this channel where we take a look at what happened this week in NASCAR. I am joined tonight by Jim Jam, who was one of the two people that I actually convinced to do this. Jim Jam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Mad. Don't know what to say here, but yeah, I'm doing good.
Yep, and we will be joined later in the night by the one and only KFC Cup Series, who we've just been told is 4 away from 100 subs, so he may hit 100 in the stream tonight. That would be a good thing to happen in our first stream here. But since we've got you, Jim Jam, let's just go ahead and start with our first topic, the Cup race at Watkins Glen. Were you able to watch the Cup race?
I was. It was insane, I would say.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race, I think. What'd you think of the winner, Kyle Larson? What'd you think of the battle at the end with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson navigating lap traffic? Elliott, of course, trying to get up there to win his third straight at Watkins Glen. What'd you think of that?
I thought it would be really good for ratings and thought it was just good racing in general. I usually don't like road course racing, but yeah, it was pretty good, and it's drawn me into road course racing now.
Yeah, road course racing seeming to be the way of the future in NASCAR now. Of course, we're going to Indianapolis this week, this weekend with the Xfinity and Cup Series. We've we've got we had Coda earlier. We've got Sonoma, which has been on the schedule, and of course a new road course as well, the Charlotte Roval and the Daytona road course. So a big explosion in road course races. Larson, of course, being the winner. That's his fifth win on the year. Insane to think that somebody can do that. Jim Jam, of course, you've got the Jimmy profile pick, or I guess that's now a Bowman profile pick, I guess we could say. And
Yeah.
so you said you were into road courses. What's your favorite road course now? It's probably Watkins
I
Glen,
would
isn't
have
it?
to. No, I wouldn't say it's Watkins Glen. I'd have to say it's either the Roval or Sonoma.
Hmm.
They both produce like really interesting racing, and the Roval has really good turnouts, and I can
Yeah.
see why. It's produced amazing racing
Yeah, well,
for the 3 years
the
it's been on.
2 or 3 races now we've had at the Roval. Incredible. Of course, that incredible last lap, that finish at the Roval in its inaugural race in 2018. Then 2019, Chase wrecking his car and then coming back to win. And then 2020 was the rain race, wasn't it? I remember in Xfinity it was just a huge downpour, and then in Cup, that was like the first use of the rain tires, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
In Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go ahead and pull up the top 10 here from the Cup race. We'll just read it off, see what surprised you, what surprised me, and we'll take a look at that. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Go bowling at the Glen. Race results. All right. So, of course, Kyle Larson winning. That's his 5th win this year. He led 27 laps. Chase Elliott coming second. That's his teammate in the number 9 Chevrolet. Martin Truex Jr. leading the most laps with 34 laps led of this 90-lap race. He came third. His teammate Kyle Busch, and then another Joe Gibbs Racing car, Denny Hamlin, rounding out the top 5. Any surprises there? It's all. Hey, nice. We've got KFC here. We have KFC has just entered the chat. Hello, KFC. I understand you're on your phone at the moment, so you probably won't be able to talk, but hello and welcome to the first episode of This Week in NASCAR. So, Jim Jam, since you're unmuted, any surprises in the top 5 for you?
No, I don't think there's really any surprises
Yeah,
in how
all
that top 10 unfolded.
Yeah. Well, all pretty competitive cars. So we'll finish off the top 10 here. Sixth was Byron, of course, a teammate of both Larson and Elliott. The top two for this race. Bell was seventh in the number 20. All Joe Gibbs Racing cars getting in the top 10, which is pretty good for a four-car team. Then two SHR cars, which is my big surprise because of course, Kevin Harvick always overperforming that car. He's just a perennial top 10 contender, perennial championship contender. You expect top 10s every week from Harvick. He came home eighth. Ninth was my big surprise of the top 10, Chase Briscoe in that 14. Stuart Haas Racing. Eric Almirola got their first win in the last race before Watkins Glen. Wow, 3 weeks ago now at New Hampshire. That was the only win for SHR, but of course, I guess you could call it a Mickey win because of the darkness and the tinted windows at New Hampshire. So I guess you could call that a Mickey win. He came ninth for the 14 team, and then Tyler Reddick, which we'll get into in just a moment here, he came 10th, and that really helped him with the points battle going into the playoffs, where we now have just about 3 races to go. So, you said before, any surprises in the top 10, and anything you want to say before we finish up here? All right, Jim Jam will be back in a second. It seems like. All right. I guess we're going to have to stall for a minute here. So we'll take a look at the playoff standings after Watkins Glen. KFC, you can talk? You sure?
Yes, I am.
All right. Hello, KFC. Welcome in. Anything that you wanted to say about the Cup race at Watkins Glen before we go on to this playoff cutoff battle?
Well, I'm kind of surprised that Chase Elliott didn't win since he's a road course master. It's a big surprise to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a big surprise to all of us, but of course, probably the only person we expected to beat him, Kyle Larson, of course, did win, and it was a Hendrick Motorsports top two. And the only Hendrick car that missed the top 10, Alex Bowman, came home 20th. So, pretty bad day for Bowman there. Came seventh
Yeah.
in stage one, though, so he got a couple stage points. 21 points on the day for Bowman.
Honestly, I think that with Martin's experience, Truex Jr., I think he could have actually won that race.
Yeah, he was
This was his experience.
he was looking pretty good there, but I guess the Hendrick car is just very, very fast on these road courses. Passed him in the JGR Toyota, and it ended up third for him. But I said with the 3 of the 4 Hendrick cars in the top 10, 4 out of the 4 JGR cars in the top 10. Anything you want to say about that?
Probably not. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's Joe Gibbs, so.
Yeah. Big surprise, though. I mentioned this a moment earlier. Ninth place, Chase Briscoe, coming right behind his teammate Kevin Harvick. Harvick, we've seen in the top 10 all this time, all this year, in that very, very bad Stuart Haas Racing Ford. Not in the hands of Kevin Harvick is it bad. But Chase Briscoe, who's had a very down rookie year, but is probably going to get Rookie of the Year over Anthony Alfredo. He came ninth. I believe that
Yeah,
is his first top 10 of the year.
yeah, I think so.
Let me check.
Yeah, I think it is.
Racing reference comes in handy. No, it's his third
I
top
would
10
like
of the
to
year.
say I would like to say something about the playoffs. Actually,
Yep. Go right
it's
ahead.
uh it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
So I'm an RCR fan. I like Reddick and Dillon,
Hmm.
and I'm actually kind of upset that they're having to battle each other for playoff position.
Yeah, well, I
No?
mean, Daytona is the final race of the regular season, so that's that might change it. That might make both of them out. That might make both of them in. Who knows? Uh, we'll have
Yeah.
to see
I mean,
that.
Dylan has a lot of experience at Daytona for sure.
Yes. Of
Scoring a
course,
win
in that very race, he went
in
flipping into the
2018.
grandstands.
I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. All right. I believe there was one thing that I was going to talk about, but I forgot it. So let's go on to the playoff standings after this Watkins Glen race. Race 23 of 26 in the Cup regular season. That, of course, means 3 races to go until we are done in the regular season and we set our 16 driver playoff grid. Kyle Larson's locked in, of course. He's got 5 wins now on the year. Martin Truex Jr. Is locked in as well. He has 3 wins along with Alex Bowman. Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott are both locked in with 2 wins on the year. William Byron, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Christopher Bell, Michael McDowell, and Eric Almirola. That is 13 total drivers locked in on at least 1 win or more. Then we go on to the cutoff race. Denny Hamlin not really in this race. He is possibly going to be the regular season champion. Actually, I believe Larson tied him with that win in the regular season standings, but he is still 302 ahead of the cut line in 14th position, so Hamlin is looking good. Harvick, though, in 15th, he is 95 above the cut line. This is where we get into this cutoff race, and it's really, for me, between 3 drivers at this point. There's Harvick that we just mentioned, and then we go on to Tyler Reddick, who got a top 10 today. Went in with, I believe, a 5-point gap over Austin Dillon, who is 17th. Now he goes out with a 15-point gap over Austin Dillon, who is 15 points behind in 17th. Then Chris Buescher is 135 behind. DiBenedetto is 147 behind. And Ross Chastain 148 behind. KFC, anything you want to say?
I really hope Austin does well in these next 3 races, maybe scoring a top 10, maybe even a win at Daytona. He's had an okay season, not the best, but I hope it just gets a little better, and I hope he can make the playoff.
Daytona's that wild card track. And now I guess we'll go on to the Xfinity race review. KFC, were you able to catch the Xfinity race on Saturday?
I was able to catch the first stage.
All right.
I was not able to catch any other race, any other part of it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to catch both of the Saturday races, although I read up on what happened and I looked at the results a bit. So Ty Gibbs winning. I saw a couple of people in Black Flags Matter Discord server saying that Gibbs probably was going to win. Well, you guys were right, and Gibbs did win over the, I guess, master of Watkins Glen, since Marcus Ambrose isn't with us in NASCAR anymore. AJ Allmendinger came second over Austin Cindric in third, who is the Xfinity point leader. We'll get into the playoff battle there in just a couple moments. Justin Allgaier came fourth, Harrison Burton fifth, Brandon Jones sixth, Noah Gragson seventh, Jeb Burton eighth, Justin Haley ninth, and then Sam Mayer, who, no, he wasn't the road course ringer. That was Miguel Paludo, I think. But Sam Mayer rounded out the top 10 in the JR Motorsports number 8 car. Anything you want to say about the Xfinity race, KFC?
I don't really have much to say since I only saw the first stage, so no comment.
Yeah, there's not much I can say either, having not even seen the entire race, watching the highlights. Um, all I could say, good job, Ty Gibbs, owning the admiration of his competitors, I guess. So now with that, I guess we'll steam on through to the playoff standings after Watkins Glen. Austin Cindric in first, 849 points and 4 wins. He is locked in. So are AJ Allmendinger and Justin Allgaier. They both have 2 wins. Jeb Burton and Myatt Snyder. Only 5 drivers here are locked in. Burton and Snyder have 1 win. Daniel Hemrick, 141 points back of Cindric. So these guys up here, they are pretty good with the cutoff race. Harrison Burton, 195 behind Cindric. Haley in 8th. Justin Haley, 239 behind Cindric. Noah Gregson, 265 behind Cindric. He's in 9th. Now we get into the red zone, kind of. Brandon Jones, a bit above, a bit above where 11th and 12th are. He's 326 behind Cindric. He is. I'm trying to do the quick calculations here. All right, we won't do that awkward silence, but 11th, Jeremy Clements, he is only 40 points above the cut line in 11th, and then 12th, Michael Annett making his return to Cup Series or Xfinity Series competition, only 30 above the cut line. Then outside the playoffs, 13th, only 12 make it in the Xfinity playoffs. 13th is Riley Herbst, 30 behind the cutoff line. 14th, Brandon Brown, 45 behind the cut line. And 15th, Ryan Sieg, 85 behind the cut line. KFC, anything you need to say?
Not much. I'm just happy Noah's and he's my favorite Xfinity driver. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite Xfinity driver. I guess I'll go with Allmendinger or maybe Allgaier because they're like the veterans, and I kind of like those guys. Unfortunately, Jim Jam
Yeah.
had to leave, so sorry about that. If you came here to see Jim Jam, he is unfortunately gone. We're very sorry, but we hope to have Jim Jam back next week. And by the way, we hope that this is going to be a recurring thing here on the Mad Dog Matt YouTube channel. If it's all right with you, KFC, and if it's all right with Jim Jam, I hope this can go on like every Monday at 8 p.m. and we can keep doing this show until we do pretty well.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So now on to the truck race. Once again, I didn't get to catch this, but it isn't a NASCAR race weekend without some controversy. So, KFC, did you see any of this truck race?
No, but I watched Hendrick Chase 9's highlights,
Yep.
and yeah, it looked like a normal truck race. Crashes
Yeah,
everywhere.
sloppy crashing. Of course, the rain there didn't help, and that's where the controversy comes from. Rain, of course, this being the playoff cutoff race. Chase Purdy, was it Chase Purdy? I think it was Chase Purdy. He tested positive for COVID-19. That essentially knocked him out of the playoff race. AJ Allmendinger filled in for him at GMS Racing. So already going into this race, one guy who was looking for a playoff spot knocked out. In this race, Austin Hill won, John Hunter Nemechek second, Sheldon Creed third, Todd Gilliland fourth, and Parker Kligerman fifth. Top four all have wins, all are locked into the playoffs. Parker Kligerman is a part-time driver, so it doesn't matter about him. Sixth, Zane Smith. Seventh, Tyler Ankrum, who I believe just missed out. Smith got in. Paul Menard came eighth in the fifth Thor Sport truck in the number 66. Ninth was Sam Mayer, who's ineligible for points, and 10th, Carson Hocevar, who did get in. We'll get into the playoff standings after Watkins Glen in just a moment for the Truck Series. But the controversy, rain, please go away. Even though it was a road course race where rain tires could have been used, lightning in the area makes the race stop. And of course, the controversy coming, we got the all clear, or what I heard, since I didn't get to see this race, is we got the all clear. A minute later, Austin Hill gets declared the winner. Is that the same story that you got, KFC, or is there something going on here?
Uh, I just heard that Austin Hill won. I mean, I don't really follow the truck series, so Like, I'll catch a race if it's on or something, but I don't really watch it, so
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not really sure about all the
you cut out there a bit. Good.
sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. All right. I guess with that, we'll go on to the Truck Series playoff standings after Watkins Glen. The round of 10 begins at Gateway. So John Hunter Nemechek in the lead, of course, 2,049 points. Second, Austin Hill, 2,021 points. Hey, that's our year, 2021. Third is Ben Rhodes at 2,019 points. Fourth is Todd Gilliland at 2,015 points. Fifth is Sheldon Creed at 2,011 points. Sixth is Zane Smith at 2,009 points. Seventh is Matt Crafton at 2,004 points. Eighth is Carson Hostvar at 2,002 points. And then ninth and 10th, Stuart Friesen and Chandler Smith, both at 2,001 points. That's the playoff standings. I believe two go home in this round, and then they do a round of 8, and then that's 3 races, and then they do a championship 4. So at the moment, Friesen and Smith one behind the playoff cutoff line. So now we'll go on to our news stories, and we'll start with a small one. We kept this out of our speed round because we can't use lightning round because that's taken by the NASCAR Weekly podcast. We'll call it the speed round. Rick Ware, owner of Rick Ware Racing, joined Jack Arute on SiriusXM NASCAR's Front Stretch Friday to talk about next season, and he says the team wants to have 2 strong teams. They are fielding 4 full-time teams next season, and all I can say to that is thank God. Rick, get your 4 teams, sell your charters, you will make a lot of money, and we will get better competition. KFC, I'm sure you have the same viewpoint.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I guess that's all we need to say on this one.
Yeah. I mean, just
All right.
good for him.
Yeah, he'll make a lot of money selling those charters. All right, another, this one more controversial, probably going to have a bit more of an argument. Adam Stern from the Sports Business Journal is reporting that NASCAR spoke to the teams about number placement for the 2022 season, and it will likely be moved forward on the door. The announcement could come within the next few weeks. Of course, at the All-Star race, the numbers were moved backwards to the rear right by the rear tires on the door. I think they should stay right on the door panel, and I'm going to be right back, so I'm just going to turn off my camera for a bit, and KFC, you can just try and fill it.
Okay. What am I going to talk about?
Just give your opinion, try to stretch it. Give your opinion on the number placement. Try to stretch it for like 2 minutes.
To be honest, I like the number where it's at. I think the All-Star numbers they looked really bad. I wonder if in the truck series they put the numbers on the bed of the truck. That'd be pretty cool. Um uh I like the numbers where they are. If they're moving, I'm not sure if that's a great idea, if they look good or not, but you never know with these next gens where no, you don't really know where it's at. So that's all I have to say. I think I stretched that out like a minute. I don't know. You know,
All right, good, because I'm back.
subscribe to KFC Cup Series on
Yeah.
YT for daily memes
All
and
right.
highlights.
Got the promotion in there. Nice. So all I have to say on this is keep the numbers on the center of the door. moving them forward at least is better than moving them backwards. But please, for the love of God, keep them on the center of the dang door. That's where they've been since 1949. I'm a new fan. I came in like 2013. Please keep the numbers on the door. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay,
Yeah,
moving on.
2020 All-Star was awful.
Yeah, well, it was bad racing too. All right, moving on to a silly season free agency story, off-season story. Trackhouse Racing announced on August 3rd, which was Tuesday, that Ross Chastain will drive the organization's second NASCAR Cup Series entry starting in 2022, and they revealed that his car will be the number 1 Chevrolet Camaro. Chastain will join the number 99 Chevy Camaro driver Daniel Suarez when the first-year Trackhouse organization expands into a 2-car team in 2022. In June, Trackhouse announced the acquisition of Chip Ganassi Racing's NASCAR assets, a move that secured 2 full-time Cup entries and cleared the path for expansion. KFC, what do you got on this story?
Big question is, where's Kurt gonna go? You know, I mean, he said he wasn't retiring. He made a post on it.
2311.
I mean, where's he gonna go?
There's this team that's owned by a certain basketball star that may have played on the Chicago Bulls in the 1990s, and a certain NASCAR driver who seems to be coming up short of a championship. It's called 2311 Racing. He's been rumored to go there.
No way.
Really? Really?
No way.
No way.
I thought it was called.
It's not like this driver union, I guess, has been rumored since like August. It's August right now. Since like April. Yeah, that would also mean that Kurt would kind of become a teammate, a de facto teammate to Kyle Busch, if what we're told about the JGR Alliance is true.
Oh, jeez.
Do
That'd be
you
weird.
have any?
That'd be really weird.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other opinions on where Kurt could go?
No.
Nothing.
Not really.
All right. We'll
Here's
go
one
on.
thing.
Yeah.
This is a little Stewart-Haas racing that I wanted to add on real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they go back to Chevy.
Really.
They need better equipment.
I think it's just like a slump for Stewart-Haas. I think they're firmly cemented in the Ford camp. But we'll have to see. Maybe Dodge comes back. Nah, that won't happen. All right.
They said fourth brand.
Fourth
So
brand.
you never know.
Tesla to NASCAR. Tesla to NASCAR. You heard the news here first. Tesla to NASCAR.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
I would never like that.
Electric
honestly,
series.
Because it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make any sense. Half the fun of going to the races and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for our speed round, our whatever you want to call it round. This is where we get the smaller but reported stories out of the way. So we'll start with Darlington Raceway and the state of South Carolina announcing a partnership on the sponsorship of the Fall Camping World Truck Series playoff race as part of the Labor Day race weekend at Darlington, presented by the South Carolina Education Lottery on September 4th through 5th. The official name of the truck playoff race on Sunday, September 5th at 1:30 will be the In It to Win It 200. For the first time in the team's young history, Sam Hunt Racing will field 2 entries in a NASCAR Xfinity Series event. SHR will field the number 26 and number 24 Toyota Supras in the Pennzoil 150 at the Brickyard at the Indianapolis Road Course with drivers Chris Wright and Will Rogers. Wright will be behind the wheel of the number 26 Sam Hunt Racing Toyota Supra. Rogers will pilot the number 24 GoodRx /Race2 and Hepsi.com Supra. Anything on those first two stories that you want to say, KFC?
Not really.
All right. NASCAR Camping World Truck Series regular Spencer Boyd revealed a multi-race campaign with DGM Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The primary sponsor for these races will be Mini Doge, a cryptocurrency developed by Dev Team 6. Boyd's first race in the number 90 Chevrolet Camaro will be at Richmond Raceway on September 11th, 2021. Roush Fenway Racing ran fan-powered Socios cars at Watkins Glen yesterday in their effort to reduce their carbon footprint. There's not much there, but I just wanted to add it because it sounded cool. Conversations continue for Speedway Motorsports to bring NASCAR racing to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, even through the deadline from a letter of intent expired on July 31st. Speedway Motorsports Chief Executive Officer Marcus Smith said Wednesday that he felt good about the ongoing conversations with Nashville officials. He noted the soonest the track could host a NASCAR weekend would be 2023. Anything you want to say to that, KFC? That last story in particular.
Not really.
All right.
Anything
Do you
you want to
want
say?
NASCAR racing to go to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway?
I mean, why not? You know?
That's a very,
Why
very
not?
good point. That's a very, very good point. No, no, the Karens, there's 5 F1 tracks and it's hurting my little dog's ears. Anyway, the NASCAR Whelen Euro Series continues to prove itself as the best platform for European drivers to compete in NASCAR in the U.S. On August 14th in the Xfinity race, Euro NASCAR Pro driver Giorgio Maggi will become the first Swiss driver to join a national NASCAR series in the U.S. when he will make his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut at the Indianapolis Road Course. JD Motorsports with Gary Keller is proud to announce South Riding, Virginia native Michael Munley will be making his debut in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this weekend at the famed Watkins Glen International Racetrack. Lawless Allen is set to join Nice Motorsports for several NASCAR Truck Series events in 2021. His first race will come at Darlington Raceway on September 5th. A good story, and our final story in the speed round. The Wendell Scott Foundation has announced that NASCAR will present Scott's family with a trophy for his win in the 1964 win at Speedway Park in Jacksonville, Florida. That's the end of the speed round. Anything you want to say about those final stories, KFC?
No?
No,
Anything you want to say?
nothing. All right, we'll move on to our final three or final four things on our agenda, as it's just about 8:30. Maybe final five, I guess. First, Team Penske announced this morning that Austin Cindric will return to the driver's seat of the number 33 Ford this weekend at the Indianapolis Road Course. It will be his final start of the year. He made six starts this season with a best finish of 15th in the Daytona 500. Next season, Cindric will replace Brad Keselowski in the number 2 Ford Mustang full time. All right, now on to our final big stories. We'll go on to this one, which is sad news if you don't like masks. Good news if you do, I guess. Beginning with this weekend's event at Watkins Glen, NASCAR required that all personnel wear a face mask in enclosed areas at all times, regardless of vaccination status. Enclosed areas include haulers as well as buildings, including the media center, restrooms, the infield care center, race control, and suites. This update to the event operations protocol is being implemented on the advice of NASCAR's consulting physicians and recently issued medical guidance. Masks are not required when outdoors at NASCAR events, provided individuals refrain from sustained close contact. All I have to say there is necessary measures to take. At least fans are still there.
Better than last year.
Better than last year. Yes, that is very, very true. All right, now.
That's the only bright thing you gotta say there. Better than
Yep.
last year.
Yeah. Now on
At
to
least
our. Mhm.
At least you
Now
don't have to
on.
see Denny's face mask again.
Yes. Now on to our last racing related story here. Before we get into some sad news that just came out a couple hours ago, and that we reported on this channel a couple hours ago. NASCAR driver Haley Deegan, who
Is it what I
competes.
think it is?
What?
Is it what I think it is?
Probably. I wanted to
Oh,
cover it.
geez.
He's one of my
Oh,
inspirations. All right,
sad.
let's get this out of the way. Let's be all smiles, and then we'll get into the sad news. NASCAR driver Haley Deegan, who competes primarily in the Camping World Truck Series, stopped by the Sports Business Journal office in Charlotte to talk about her progress in 2021 and her plans for next year. In a video interview with motorsports writer Adam Stern, Deegan focuses on her sponsorships, learning from veteran drivers, and success on social media. But the big quote on racing full time in 2022, she says, quote, "My hope is to race full time trucks, and that's kind of the plan right now, whether we're fully funded or not. The dream would be to race a few Xfinity races by the end of the year to get our feet wet, because that's obviously where I want to go in the future." First question, KFC. Where would she go in Xfinity?
I think she would be. This is just a brand. I think she would be put in a Supra with some team with the Supra. I don't know why.
Really?
I just
Really?
do.
She's
Yeah,
got the Ford backing though.
I
Really?
know.
Are you
I
sure?
just
I mean, she's
I have a
got the
feeling.
Ford backing. She has
I'm
the
pretty sure
Monster Energy backing. Stuart Haas
she's got
Racing. Riley Herbst. That's what I say.
Riley Hurst is overrated. Obviously, I don't
Yes,
think
of
he
course he
belongs
is.
in
No,
Xfinity Series.
you have to have at least some talent to even be rated.
I think he belongs in that series.
He doesn't belong. The
Honestly,
company. I
I
always love this joke. The company that keeps him in the sport is titled Terrible Herbst. It's funny. All right. Is that all you got to say about that one?
on anyway.
No, you're cutting out real bad.
Haley Deegan, so she drives a Ford, right? And
Yep.
so Haley Deegan drives a Ford, right?
Yep.
And I think she's gonna drive a Supra. Why?
Yep.
No clue.
Yes.
She has Toter, she has Monster Energy,
Mhm.
sponsors. I don't know.
Doesn't
My
have
second
Toyota anymore,
guess
I don't think.
would be she
What?
had it, but
Yeah.
she had it.
Yeah, she had
Had
it.
past tense.
Hmm.
But I would think Toyota or Ford would be just because they were past.
Hmm. Well,
One is present, one is
Ford.
past. So
Ford's present. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
You got another guess? One that's feasible?
No,
No? All right.
I'm
Uh,
ready to go on next topic.
we'll get the sad news and the last news out of the way. Veteran radio and television broadcaster Bob Jenkins, a former voice of the 500 inducted into the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame in 2019, died earlier today at age 73 after a valiant fight with brain cancer. He was a TV announcer for some of NASCAR's greatest moments and some of IndyCar's greatest moments. He commentated over Al Unser Jr.'s closest win in Indy history at the time. I believe it was beaten. In 1992, that same year, he commentated on Alan Kulwicki's win. Those were some of the countless moments that we got to hear Bob Jenkins' voice over. And honestly, to me, I never got to listened to him broadcast a NASCAR race. I was born long after he finished that in 2000, and I got into motorsports just after he finished his career in 2012. And I, thanks to YouTube, I get to watch all these and listen to some of his greatest calls and just be like, this guy's going on the Mount Rushmore of broadcasters for me. I want to be a broadcaster. I want to be what Mike Joy and Rick Allen, all those guys do now. I want to do that. That is a feasible career option. That's what I want to do in life. And he is one of the four. The others, Ken Squire, Mike Joy, and Alan Bestwick, to me. Those are the Mount Rushmore of NASCAR broadcasters. And Bob Jenkins was on there. And when any president on Mount Rushmore dies, this is what it's like. Of course, smaller because not everybody in America is an auto racing fan, but there's still a lot of us. KFC, you got anything to say?
I it it's too sad for me to talk about.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll lighten up the mood here, and we'll go to our race picks, I guess, to end us out here. It's about 8:45. The entry list just got released for the Cup race and the Xfinity race, so KFC, I guess we'll get your pick for this for the Xfinity race first.
So obviously I'm gonna want Miller to win, right? He's my favorite driver, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Yes. So who
I
do you
think
think is
Cindric.
gonna win?
I, I
Yeah.
think Cindric or possibly Burton. Honestly,
Which Burden? There's two.
those are my two.
Which
Harrison.
Burden? Harrison? All
Yeah,
right, well,
I
pick
said
one
Harrison.
because we're doing points here, I guess. Pick
I
one.
guess
Cindric.
Austin.
All right. KFC's going down for a Cindric Xfinity pick. Let me write this in. All right. I'm going to do the guy you just missed out on because you don't have the entry list open because you're on your phone. Ty Gibbs! He just won the road course race at Watkins Glen. He goes over another road course. He will beat Austin Cindric like he did 2 days ago on Saturday in the Xfinity race at Watkins Glen. He will do the exact same thing, but this time it'll be at the Big House, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Put me down for Ty Gibbs, me. You
Okay.
missed out. All right.
Not a bad one.
Do we want to do a cup suck pick or underdog pick, or do we just want to go to our winner?
I think we should do the underdog pick
All right.
just to make good measures.
All right. Who's
You
going to
go
be
first.
the underdog for you, KFC?
Honestly, I know a lot of people aren't gonna think this, but Blaney.
Blaney.
Blaney. Yes. I mean, he's had a good season if you think about it.
Yep.
He's
Got
had a really good season actually.
under the
And
radar season too.
Yeah. I think he's gonna. Yeah. I
So
think
you're
he's
going
gonna
with Blaney
come
as
and
your
be an
underdog.
underdog.
Blaney as your
Yes.
underdog.
I think he's gonna get a top 10.
All right.
Top 10 or top 5.
I am going to go with a very, very weird pick. I am picking. No, I'm not picking that guy. I am picking Matt DiBenedetto as my underdog pick. We share the same name, so already that's one. Second, he can be an underdog because, of course, he's on the outside looking in to the playoffs at the moment. Third, never really good at road courses. But fourth, new track, new, new life. He's fighting for his life. He is going to get at least a top 10 today. At least a top 10 on Sunday. All right, KFC,
What
go
I just
ahead.
noticed?
Yeah.
I just noticed that the driver I picked is also has the first name as me. Funny.
Ah. All right. So KFC, who is your winner? Wait, who was your underdog pick again? I forgot.
Ryan Blaney.
Oh yeah. All right. So KFC, who is your underdog pick for this week? Who is your win pick?
You
Sorry,
mean winner?
for this week. Yes. Brain went
Well,
kaboom there.
I want to say Austin Dillon because he's my favorite driver. That's like everybody's logic. You want your favorite driver to win. You think your favorite driver's going to win. But that's not the case this today
Logically speaking.
for me. What?
Logically speaking, Austin Dillon is going to come 30th and spin into the wall.
No. More
So
like
just
10.
look at his stats on road courses, though. You should have picked Dillon for your underdog.
Stop.
If you think he's going to get a top 10.
Okay, fine. He's my underdog then.
All right, we're changing it. Austin Dillon's your underdog because he's getting a top 10 on a road course. That counts as an underdog for us. All right.
And
Who's your
I
cup
think
winner?
Chase Elliott's going to win.
Yeah, that seems about right. I am going to
Out of all
go.
honesty.
For me, it was
Yes.
either Elliott or Cindric, and since you picked Elliott, I'm gonna go Cindric, just because he is so good on road courses. He
I
probably
know.
would have
He has
won.
7 wins, right?
Yeah, in the Xfinity. In Xfinity, yeah, he probably is going to win. Well, he's already won. He would have won the Road America race if he didn't mess up in that one, or he would have gotten a very good finish there, probably like second or third. And he's just a god on road courses, so there you go.
Here's the reason why I think Chase Elliott's gonna win. Because I actually, to be honest, I probably never even explained it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna win. First of all, he has 7 wins ever on road courses throughout his career. His first win was on a road course. He's won 2 road courses this year. 2, right? 2, right?
Yes, two. Both.
And
Yeah, both of his wins
that would
came on
be
road courses.
Coda and Road America, right?
Yes, that is correct.
And he's just really talented on road courses. I am not a Chase Elliott fan at all. I just think he's talented on road courses. I think he's gonna bring it home at Indy.
Well, that's the easy pick. He gets redemption for coming up short at Watkins Glen, which he dominated at in the past 2 times we've raced there, not the past 2 years, because of course the cluster of 2020. And all right, one last thing to get to. KFC. Where can we find you on YouTube? And also, you put in the chat that you were 4 away from 100 subs. So have you gotten to 100 subs?
No.
No. You're
I'd
still.
be so happy if
Yeah.
y'all could.
Yeah.
I
All
would
right.
be really
He is
happy.
KFC Cup Series. I'll put the link in the chat. Here, let me search up KFC Cup Series on YouTube because when I searched it up, your channel did not come up. I don't think. Oh, it did. It did.
Oh,
It did.
dang.
We're still on 96 subscribers. It did come up this time. Last time it didn't. But here you go. We'll put it in the chat. I can't put it in the chat for some reason. Hold on. This is going to be very scuffed. I
Here,
think
I
you're
can
going
do
to...
it.
Hold on. I got it. I think you're going to hear double.
I got the link right now if it doesn't work for you.
I got it. All right. We got it in there. That's KFC's channel. Go subscribe to all the people who are in the chat. Please go
Average
subscribe to KFC Cup Series. All he needs is 4, but he'd like to get more. I rhymed there. I'm very happy. You can check out me on the Mad Dog Matt YouTube channel, the one that is linked below you, or the click the profile picture that's right below you down there, and subscribe, hopefully, because we are planning to do this every week, same time, same place, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And please be a fan of my channel, fan of KFC's channel, fan of Jim Jam's channel, who he does have a
It's
channel, but
average NASCAR fan.
yeah, average NASCAR fan. Yes, that is his channel. Go subscribe to that one. I can hear
I can
myself.
put the link.
I got it.
You
Yeah,
want me to
yeah.
put the link in the
Yes,
chat?
please do that. That would be very, very nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let
so
me get
we're
the
putting...
link. Okay, I got the link.
Yep, we got the link. KFC is putting Jim Jam's channel in the chat. I'll make you mod, actually, once you do that. Where is it? Here we are.
Let's go here. It's not showing up on my recommended as a live stream. Weird. There we go. Yeah, it is. Never mind.
A very small channel. And then, what's his link? Tell me when you post it. I'll copy it and make him a moderator.
There we go.
It's in. Hasn't gone in for me. Oh, you liked it?
Weird.
Did you put it in? It hasn't
I
gone. You sure?
did. It in.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Want
Let
me
me
to put
refresh.
it in again?
Yeah, put it in again.
Yes.
That's weird. All right, I'll try and put it in because maybe only I can do it because I'm the guy that's doing it. Where is he? I can't get the channel. I know what it looks like.
Okay.
All right, hold on. It hasn't gone in. Huh. That's very weird. Maybe if you send the link in the Discord chat, then we could have it in there. Sorry about this, guys. But we have 5 subscribers on my channel, which is very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. That's my all-time best. No, just kidding. Yay. All right, we got the link to his channel. Hi, Zach. That was my brother right there. He comes in once in a while. That can be a cameo. Here we go. There is Jim Jam's channel, Average NASCAR Fan. It should be going in the chat in just a moment. We have actual people in our chat for once. That's nice. Yep, there we go. All right, it's in. So I guess we'll end the stream if that's all right with you, KFC. Do you want to explain your content? What you do on your channel?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
I make memes. I do highlights. I do stop motion. I have a Discord linked in the description on my last vid.
Mm-hmm.
I like to make you guys laugh. Yeah, and I'm far away. Please subscribe.
Yes. All right, and I do I do news stuff. Whoops, I messed that up a bit. But I do news stuff. I'm always here in the studio getting ready to report what's happening in the NASCAR world. Of course, I hope to do this every every week. And of course, if there's any breaking news, we will be on here. We do special reports. We get on here live as quick as possible to report you the news to make sure you're all caught up on what is happening in your favorite motorsport or your second favorite motorsport or just what you like to watch. I don't know. All I know is you like or you know about NASCAR and you are watching my channel, and I thank you for that. So, KFC, anything you want to say finally before we end this?
No, not really.
No?
I'm good.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do the outro then. Thank you all for watching. This has been Mad Dog Matt on YouTube. I hope we got you all filled in with what happened this week in NASCAR. Thank you all for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And goodbye. Have a great week. Enjoy Indianapolis.